Welcome back to Battlefield 2042. I know so many of you love watching me rant about this game, so we're going to do a rant about the gameplay trailer. Because why not? I mean, you keep interacting with the videos, and yeah, this is actually directed at the fanboys. You keep interacting with the videos, you keep boosting me in the algorithm, so might as well carry on. But if you watch the video, instead of just fanboying over the game, I am an honest person. And I've already seen this, but I thought I'd come back and record it so that we can all watch it together. So that you can get my honest opinion on it, instead of me doing a voiceover, putting it right at the end of a video as like an entire E3 rant. So let's press play. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit as well. And this is the official gameplay trailer. It's had 5.1 million views in a day. So let's see what we're going to be facing when Battlefield 2042 launches. This is what I want to rant about. Pre-alpha gameplay. So whether you're a fanboy or not, this is the only thing from this gameplay that's irritated me. Captured live in-game with up to 128 players. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know if the EA servers will hold out when the game actually launches. That's something we have to see. But my problem is, pre-alpha is before the alpha, and they're showing this as hype building game. This is their gameplay reveal. And what you need to think about is this is pre-alpha. We don't know how much more they've developed or how much more polished it's going to be from this gameplay. But there are lots of questions you can ask because we're 4 months from launch and they're showing pre-alpha. Does that mean that they haven't actually done too much? The pre-alpha gameplay doesn't look too different from the finalized gameplay they've currently got ready now? Does it mean that they tried running other builds of the game for this gameplay reveal and there are bugs and stuff? We don't know. There are a lot of questions, but you've got to bear in mind it's pre-alpha gameplay. I'm not saying don't get hyped based off this gameplay. I mean, be careful because EA are at the helm. They're going to rip players off. But I'm looking at this from a gameplay perspective and what DICE have created. Because you have to remember, Battlefield 5 had a lot of problems. It wasn't just down to EA pulling the plug. So let's jump into the gameplay and see what they've done. Just bear in mind, pre-alpha, it could be a million times more polished when the game launches. It could also be a lot worse than what we're actually seeing now. We obviously need to wait until we get hands-on, but this is me reacting and putting out my discussions about the gameplay reveal. So let's start it and see what we've got. So we've got a little compilation at the very start. Grappling hook, tanks, tornado.
Attention all squads. The Russian troops are falling back.
So this is the start of it. In my opinion, I'm not a big fan of how this HUD looks. I don't like all that on the right hand side. It looks as though like we're capped to 4 players in a squad. The gunship battles look pretty much just similar to Battlefield 4 and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. This, I'm not sure. A player's going to be able to do it that smooth when it actually comes to gameplay. And it's all based on specialists as well, so not everyone's going to be using those grappling hooks. This looks pretty cool with all that sort of sandstorm stuff building up in the background. Tanks being called in. The little boosters, I like that at the bottom to slow down the landing. Explosions, tanks, you've got everything. A tank blowing up a chopper. It's your typical modern warfare Battlefield. Similar to Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3. It looks so action-packed, but you've got to think, you've got to be next-gen or PC to play with 128 players. It's still going to be just as good with 64. It's your typical action-packed Battlefield. This looks really good. Changing your attachments and scopes on the fly. That's impressive, and I'm glad that's going to be a feature in the game. This bit, you can see the player riding the quads into the little bird, then you've got the C4 explosion. So zip lining from building to building. Then we're going to jump off the building here. See the flares going off on the chopper. Straight into your wingsuit. And head for the tornado like an idiot. Then we're just going to get different perspectives of around the tornado. See, another thing as well, why is this the only map they've shown for the majority of the gameplay? Enter the next era. You've got little bits of other maps. Remember, there's only 7 maps at launch. And I want to know what that rocket's going to do to switch up the gameplay. Because obviously the storms and like the tornado and everything is going to change how it's played during the game. What's that rocket launch going to do? But that was it. Prepare for more July 22nd. So we got a date on when there's going to be more shown. And I'm hoping they come with something a lot closer to what would be like a gold qualified release of the game. I'm not saying give us fully polished gameplay. Just like pre-beta or something. Like something after the alpha. Because pre-alpha with 4 months until release. I don't think they should have used that footage to hype players up. I feel they've got a better build in the studio that they could have shown us. I don't know why they're showing pre-alpha. But in my opinion, it looks your typical Battlefield 4 hectic as fuck, chaotic gameplay. And I've never said that's not going to be fun. DICE have probably made a really, really good game. But you've got to think it's EA. They are known as one of the scummiest publishers on the planet. Are they going to drag this game down? Are DICE going to do a really good job and EA drag it down? Are DICE going to do a mediocre job? EA do a mediocre job? Servers just work if and when? Is this going to be a flop? Is it going to be a major success? I mean, based on the trailers, they're going to sell a shitload of copies. But yeah, my only issue with the actual gameplay is the fact that it's pre-alpha, with 4 months until release. But then you could also say they're holding off until July 22nd to show better gameplay. They just wanted to give players something with the pre-alpha. But that's my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments. That's going to do it for this video. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.